Early in the morning, early in the morning, in the morning.
What's going on, the people? It's your boy Cam Topical Juice, and this was another terrible episode, I must say. I really wanted to wrap this season up, guys, because wow, this is just boring now, man. I can't believe I had to sit through another Claudia and Casey episode. Listen, the Jake Paul and Tommy Fury fight's about to come on. Probably the next 25 minutes they're about to come out. So I'm wrapping this up real speedy, guys. Like the video for me, hit the bell to be notified for me. Please press that subscribe button for your boy. It's road to 50k. Please help your boy get there. And let's get straight into this video. Right. The episode started with the aftermath of the recoupling, and once again, Claudia is literally bawling. She is crying her eyes out, man, literally. She can spare some of her tears for Jessie 2 weeks ago. All that Botox and thing, you know, her tear glands, they're dried up, you know what I'm saying? So she needs to spare some of her tears for Jessie, but she's talking about, I wanted to do that speech and rah, 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 rah. I didn't think I'd get this attached. It's got too deep. And honestly, guys, I don't even know what to say about this one. I just feel like Claudia's got so much vim behind girls' backs, and then when it comes to actually saying it to their face, she just crumbles. She was talking about, I'll chat to the new girl tomorrow. If you're gonna do it, don't do it like that. But where's that vim? Even after Sammy the snitch, Sammy the snake, told on her, you still didn't come with no vim. Claudia's just a melt, man. Just get off my screen, man, honestly. Casey and Will were having a chat, and Casey's basically saying that, listen, I feel like I'm at different stages. And to be honest, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I'll be honest with you, even though he's like an F-boy, but like one of them charming F-boys, yeah, I still don't think he's necessarily done that much wrong. Claudia is just a wet wipe, and she's got way too attached, way too deep, and it's been 2 weeks. You crying your eyes out and doing up, what's it called? Sleeping on the bed. In fact, I might even give a donut of the day for that straight away. In fact, I'll get to that in a minute, but you crying as much as you were, it was pathetic, I'm not gonna lie, it was. And she kept banging on. In fact, let's talk about donut of the day now. She kept banging on and on and on and on about, what about my feelings? You know, I just want them to respect my feelings, this, that, and the other. He doesn't really respect my feelings, blah, 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 sleeping on the daybed. I don't really remember you respecting a certain Sin City's feelings. Again, who knows what she was laughing at, but the fact that she didn't have any kind of empathy for that, the fact that she was all, you know, cheery, you know, I said at the time that she's happy to recouple, and there is that I do stand by that point, it's fair, but it is interesting, isn't it? It's interesting how now the shoe's on the other foot, you're not really taking it as well, are you? You know what I'm saying? I think, Claudia, you're just wet, you're just moist, and it's actually annoying. And I'm gonna give her a donut a day because she's proper in too deep. This girl here literally mugged off Keenan. I mean, whatever, mugged off Keenan to go sleep on the daybed. For what? For what? For who? For Casey? Do me a favour, man. Honestly, yeah, I get you were close, yeah, or not really close, yeah, I get you were kind of affectionate and this, that, and the other, but you were just a convenience. You were just being managed, and you were just in too deep. He just basically says they're at different stages, and that's true, they are. She's now closing herself off to other people. He ain't, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think he did have opportunities to be a bit more honest with his feelings, but at the end of the day, he's literally known the girl for 1 day. She came in for a day, they recoupled, and then another day went by. They don't know each other, so at least give the man another day. It's not like Tanya and Shaq where she was with him all through Casa and then with him for 3 days afterwards. She was with Martin for like a week. She knew where her head was at. But give the guy at least another day before you put a gun to his head, like make a decision. Claudia, who are you? Casey and Rosie speak, and basically they just agree that they don't want to rub it in her face, but they do want to get to know each other. Cool. Ron and Lana chat, and they're just giving brother and sister, man. They're giving besties. Yeah, it's a bestie thing with them. I don't understand this whole falling business. How are you falling for these people so quick? I'm sorry, guys. I don't care about how intense the villa is. I don't care. I don't want to hear it. Casey and Claudia are talking again, and she's just whining about how saying, you know, how, you know, I just want to be like we were, you know, they were cuddly and kissy and we were in a good place, and, you know, and then a pretty girl comes in and it's effed up, I feel so ish and all this. Oh, grow up. You literally left the old people's home to come here. How are you not mature at 49 years old? I'm joking, she's literally at my age, but boy, that plastic surgery didn't do her no favours. I came across her old picture, she was way better before. I think women need to really think twice about doing too much with a plastic surgery still. So yeah, Claudia gets out of bed and sleeps outside in the freezing cold for who? For Casey, moist. Shaq and Tanya doing bits in the bed again. They just, I think Chicane TV said it in their video yesterday. They really do remind me of that toxic couple that fight and they make up through like sexual kind of antics, you know what I'm saying? I can see that still. The next morning comes around and Keenan basically explains how he hasn't felt the spark from anyone, and I feel bad for Keenan because Keenan he's a pretty solid guy in terms of he's got decent morals. He seems like a nice guy, pretty friendly, pretty kind, pretty empathetic. But he just come at the wrong time, to be honest. Everyone's seckled, no one's interested, and he's basically almost friend-zoned himself with Claudia because Claudia's mugging him off anyway. Them two are literally like, it's weird. It's like they're talking. It's like he's become a shoulder for her to cry on, so she can talk about her feelings for my man, and it's just moist. It's not his fault, but it's just coming across as moist, man. And they're all pressuring Ron, talking about all the boys are like, we see it, mate. You know, do you think you love her? And all that, bro. Let the man live. Let the man live. I mean, what he does later in the episode is clearly gameplay, and we're gonna get into that anyway. I'm on your neck, Ron, but. He clearly doesn't love Lana yet, so stop trying to make him be like you. Stop trying to make him be like you, Shaq. You ain't got a clue about a relationship. You fall head over heels for a girl that disrespects you. Will, stop trying to make him like you. Let Ron do it at his own pace, this whole love you stuff. It's not real. Again, Claudia's crying about they don't respect my feelings. Why? Why should they respect your feelings? This is the game. Did you care about Cynthia's feelings? No, so shut up. Rosie's like, I don't really see any sexual chemistry between them, and as soon as she said that, their reaction said it all. They all stayed silent, and I knew from that moment someone was gonna snitch. Sammy, I literally don't even put Sammy on that pedestal that I put on her on like a week or two ago. I literally view her as exactly the same as everyone else. She's got a big mouth and likes to gossip and all that stuff. Like, the first thing I thought was when they snitch, that's gonna come across as really bitchy from Rosie, even though the way she said it wasn't really like that. She was just giving her opinion on why she went for Thingy and why she doesn't think they'd work. I don't think there's anything wrong with what Rosie said. I don't think it was bitching at all. But when you relay that message back to Claudia, that's gonna sound bitchy. It's gonna sound raw. Why would she say that? Claudia's like, can I go chat to her then? Can I bring it up? And I thought, okay, Claudia's gonna come with some smoke. And then she just melts again. She's just a melt. She's just kind of like, she's just like, yeah, it's just a bit hard for me because I feel like I like him more than he does. And yeah, okay, cry me a river. That happens. That literally happens. Sammy said that, you think that we don't have chemistry, but like, how would you know that? And I thought, and she's like, yeah, that's just what I saw. And then she just doesn't really come with any vim. She just, I don't know, whatever. Honestly, guys, this episode was dead. Keenan and Kai and Shaq are talking. He's just basically saying, I'll be a friend for her, side man. And then the challenge basically comes through, and it's Saints versus Sinners. And it looked like a pretty good vibes game, if I'm being honest. It looked like a pretty good vibes game. Rosie had to kiss Kai because she was aiming for Casey and missed. So she had to give Kai a kiss. Salam didn't really like looking at that, but fair enough, all part of the game. And then Claudia goes for Casey. She kisses Casey. She mugs off Keenan. Now again, do I really blame her? She likes Casey. She doesn't like Keenan. It's just Keenan's a side man. And I'm glad that Keenan didn't go for Claudia. I'm glad that he went for Rosie still. So Claudia kisses Casey even after being mugged off by him, basically. He's not even talking to her and she still gave him a kiss that day. Make it spicy and go for a girl or something, you get me? Casey then cops out. Casey, what a cop out. Now don't get me wrong, he doesn't want to hurt no feelings. I get the logic behind it, but that was a cop out, man. That was a pure cop out. He should have just gone for Rosie. Rosie clearly wasn't impressed with that decision. And he ends up going for Tanya, and obviously he's boys with Shaq in it. Shaq was riding his nuts in the whole Ron beef a few weeks ago, so they just peck on the lips or whatever, so that's cool. They didn't actually tongue or whatever. Tanya, I'm surprised. I literally thought I'd see Tanya's tongue coming out his ass, but didn't happen. Yeah, Keenan then goes for Rosie basically. So Keenan and Claudia talk. He's just talking like a shoulder to cry on. She's just talking to him about her feelings. It's just moist. And she's like, yeah, I'm happy to get to know you, Cap. Casey and Rosie speak, and she's basically not impressed that he copped out. And she just wants to be honest. She just wants him to be honest with her. And to be honest, Rosie, he has been honest with you more time. If he's been lying to anyone, it's probably her. I don't necessarily think he's been lying. I just think it's obvious when you know where someone's head's at in terms of, even though it's only been a couple days, I believe he's more attracted to Rosie. And but again, he doesn't actually know the girl. I think it's just an initial attraction that he wants to get to know. But then you got Sammy bitching like, oh yeah, it's just sexual chemistry. Obviously it's just sexual chemistry. They don't know each other. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if it was 2 weeks versus 2 weeks, then you can get an accurate reading. Like, why has everyone got this opinion when they... whatever, Sammy, just stick to your own... Sammy, worry about your own clown. Yeah, that boy is going to cheat on you before he even gets out of the villa, bruh. Like, and all he's got to do is write, roses are red, violets are blue, I've got sawdust in my head, but I like you. You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden you're like, oh, that's the nicest thing I've got. Clown ass, man. Anyway, Ron and Casey were talking at some point in the day as well. He's just encouraging him to explore his options, as always, doing, you get me, doing what he did. Claudia and Jesse speak, and Jesse's just trying to do up, oh yeah, you're a boss bitch, and yeah, he's a charmer, but he doesn't really care. He's a charmer, you got to worry about them charmers, and And she's just like, yeah, he doesn't really care about how I feel. Claudia, who are you? Like, why does he have to consider your feelings so much? You know what I'm saying? Like, it is all part of the game. You understand? Now, it's different. It's all context is key. You know, I don't want to hear people saying, oh, people were mad when Tanya did it. People were mad when Tanya did it. No. The context is completely different. Completely different. It's not even apples and oranges. It's like comparing apples to Air Max 95s. They're so different. Like, Tanya was trash for how she acted after saying you love someone and all this, that, and the other, and sleeping with them and all that. Casey and Claudia, they weren't as deep like that, and that's why it's fine for him to explore his options a bit more. You get me? Like, he's just managing Claudia. You feel me? Like, that's all he was. That you were just managed. Yeah, you can have your feelings. You're entitled to your feelings, but all the crying and the moaning, just get over it. Genuinely get over it. Casey and Claudia speak, and again, she's got all this vim when she's talking to everyone else, but she doesn't bring it to him. She's just saying, yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do, and you feel how you feel, and she finally has an ounce of respect for herself here when she goes, you know, I'm worth more. Again, it's still so early to put a gun to his head and make him make the decision, but I think she just wants to be someone's everything straight away and all this, that, and the other, and she's not his everything. He ain't interested at all. The biggest kind of clown show of the day, you know, behind Claudia was Ron and Lana. Now, Ron's talking about, oh, you know, that recoupling really tickled me, really tickled my testes, it got me excited, you're falling for me, all this, that, and you know, we talk about being exclusive, but I don't really want that. You know, I actually want the title. I want more. And I'm just like, Ron, you sneaky little game playing pirate, bruh. You are so I know you've had one eye on the prize. One eye. You've had one eye on the prize for so long, bro. This is such a tactical move from Ron. It's actually hilarious. He really is tactile. He made her the girlfriend pretty much with 2 weeks to go. Like, it's madness, and you know, they just look like brother and sister to me. Like, not necessarily like the way they look, but they could, I don't know, man. It's just friendship to me. I don't really get it. He's like, you're my first girlfriend. I'm just like, rah. And you know, the girls are rating it though. The girls are saying, oh yeah, Ron's gone from a man to a boy, Ron's gone from a boy to a man and all this. And if you think Ron's gone from a boy to a man because of that, you lot are just all stupid as I think you are. Do you know what I'm saying? In fact, you are stupid. Like, as soon as he gets out of this place and the reality hits, you think he's gonna be stuck with Lana. Come on, man, do me a favor. Tomorrow night is marry, kiss, pie, or whatever. Now that game always causes a stir. That's always a controversial one. Tommy Fury's coming out right now. Yeah, hopefully we see Liv get pied in the face and all of that. And yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Hopefully we don't see more of that Casey whole storyline. Is boring as shit. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, let me know your thoughts, and I might even do a video on this after tomorrow after it's finished. Peace.